So basically, the title is mad a bit. I'll be honest with you. It is mad a bit. I may kind of exaggerate, and you may click off the video because I clickbaited you. But no, I genuinely I genuinely despise Hamza. I don't hate him as in if he from me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. I'm gonna just ignore him and just move on my day. I'm not even shake his hand, say thank you anymore because this guy confuses me at this point. Like initially, when the first time I used to watch him was before his crazy edits, before his Jeffrey Adonis thing. I swear to God, I used to watch him when he was 70K. Before he goes check the subscription thing, because you could go check the subscription of people. This channel is new. I subscribe to you using old channel, but I unsubscribed to you. So basically you have no evidence except for my word. And the source is trust me, bro. Anyway, this guy like Hamza, like in the beginning when I was watching him in 70K, he was he was just sitting down like that, having music in the background and just talking to you about legitimately no BS, like the title he was titling all no BS 100%, how to be fit, how to get girls, how to do this, that, to do that, how to be rich. Basically he was just trying to be straightforward, and that is the content. I would say that was the peak of what he wanted to achieve. It's just that he will build himself, but at the same time he has to maintain this bridge of information. That the bridge, you don't want to edit the bridge. The bridge stays the bridge. You just want to transport, using like more trucks. You know what I'm saying? Like the bridge stays the same between city A and city B. City B being the audience and city A being Hamza. Hamza, obviously the city A could adapt, right? He could be better economically, do projects and stuff. Then after that, he sends the resources to city B, but the bridge does not change. The bridge may expand by, obviously expanding his, expanding his channel and his, his channel basically. When his channel expands, he could reach out to more people. That basically means lengthening the bridge. But you do not change the structure of the bridge. The structure of the bridge stays the same because the bridge is the bridge. That's how we differentiate between Hamza and Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate has a very aggressive bridge, very general bridges. It's not like specific, personal like Hamza. Hamza tells his story. We get a chemistry. That's why Hamza have a lot of very ultra fans. But when I say ultra fans, I'm talking about like very dedicated fans. It's because they really relate to him. Compared to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, you can't relate to him. This guy is a 37-year-old. He's a Muslim brother. I don't hate him, but I can't relate to him. He's like filthy rich. When he was broke as well, he wasn't like, broke like us. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't lost. He knew the direction. He had the direction in the beginning. We don't have the direction. Hamza didn't have the direction either. Then he started to get the direction. That's what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's why we loved Hamza. Then after that, he started to adapt to the scenery of the media, basically TikTok and other stuff, popping off, so he started doing these crazy ass edits and doing stories of Jeffrey and Adonis that people really liked. So a lot of people started hooking on. I'm talking about 2 million people. He gained subscribers that quick. I swear, in blink of an eye, he went from 100K up to 700K in a matter of months. Like that is crazy. I'm talking. That's a crazy ass growth. That's like 1% growth. You know what I'm saying? And then he stopped when he was. I think he stopped that when he was like 1.8 or 1.9 million. He stopped this type of content because he said that what he preaches is against what he does. The bridge that he created, the fast bridge. You know what I'm saying? The fast bridge, the inefficient one, because it's fast. It delivers the information fast and to a lot of people, but it is not efficient. Like there's a lot of accidents. There's a lot of, a lot of inefficient shit because you give me dopamine, and I can't go and read a book after that. Because my dopamine is fried at this point because of your video. And then he realized that, and that's what I respect about him. He came back to what he was doing at the beginning, but he removed the background music, and he removed the fact that he goes straight forward and just 2-3 minutes, and he starts, building the foundation of his ideas. Then after that, boom, he gives you the information. So now you know, like for example, if he tells you, let's say the sun is white. What? Huh? You know what I'm saying? At first, that doesn't make sense. So I click off the video instantly. Or I watch or click off. It's one of the two. But in the beginning, you're going to tell me like, guys, chemistry is the science of life, about being better. You just go from zero, basically. That's what he does. He goes from zero, and then he builds upon, he puts the stairs, the bricks, you know, like a pyramid. And then we end up at the end of the pyramid where the idea is there. Then we get the idea, then we say, oh my God. You know, a lot of his fans watch his 4-hour videos. He's like the most watched, longest video ever. Maybe Sidemen could be them, because Sidemen gives you a lot of dopamine to 1-2 hours. They have crazy ass editors. They work like slave hours. But other than them, Hamza is the only person who have fans who watch throughout. And that's what I respect about him. You know, but there was transitions as well where it have been led to what is my topic. I hate Hamza. In the beginning, he had ideas. These ideas were still aggressive. The bridge was still aggressive. He was still saying, like, for example, one thing that I latched onto is that, for example, you work so that you could go and get women, basically, to go get status. Like, for example, I'm not doing this to get status, to get fame, to get women, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I abstained myself at the beginning. Then after that, Hamza changes ideology, because he changed it like 8-9 times throughout this phase, right? And then he told me that is a very bad idea, that you have a purpose. You know, you're going through something. You have to do it despite of the purpose. You know what I'm saying? Which is basically what he was preaching from the beginning. You know, when he ends his videos, he says, do the stuff, especially when you don't feel like it. I think that's, I don't remember, because the last time I watched him was like months. Now he does live streams and stuff. And now he did one video literally 10 minutes ago. 7 lessons to hit your first $10,000 a month. And I'm going to get to that, but he's different. He just changes previous stuff. So I said, why this guy changes his ideology? Like, this guy's not consistent. Like, yeah, it may sound repetitive, but repetitiveness is what makes a man strong, like foundation-wise. Like, look at the Bible, look at the Quran. The Quran literally constantly tells you that there is one God worthy of worship. You know what I'm saying? Like, Quran is consistent telling you that there's one God. You got to do this. You got to pray. And the Bible doesn't even tell you that Jesus is God. It just hints you. It didn't even tell you straight many times. And look at the Christians and look at the Muslims. The Christians are not even confident about the ideologies. I'm sorry if you're a Christian and watching this. I'm telling you the truth. And us Muslims, we are so confident about our main doctrine. We are so confident. You know why? Because on the Quran, it's literally repetitive. It literally tells us, you know, do this, do that. You gotta pray. You gotta pray. You gotta pray. You gotta pray. You know what I'm saying? What makes a man, you know, what makes someone run every day? Why? Like, how does this guy run every day and the other dudes does not run every day? Because he runs every day. Even if you run 1 kilometer, even if you read 1 page of Quran, at least you're reading. And that makes you a strong believer, makes you a strong guy, that you're consistent. You're just doing it. Do it, especially when you don't feel like it. Moi. That's your preach, Hamza. And you're not doing that. You're basically just changing 24/7. And now, by the way, now he's sitting in the studio, right? And he doesn't do edits. But something that's, you know, like, he changes his persona, right? And his persona was like this guy that didn't care about him. He was just wearing a bathrobe, and he gives you the information. Obviously, now he still has his format of building shit, but his environment also matters. It tells it, like, what you wear tells you what you are. Basically, I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, it may sound a bit biased, and, you know, you're showing society and you care about society, which is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But, like, at the same time, Hamza, that like you putting setup, bringing a good ass mic, you know, in front of the camera, it's like you're in a professional podcast, Joe Rogan level podcast. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything against Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is consistent. You know what I'm saying? This guy is not. This guy changed his Because when you think about Hamza, before this video, when you think of Hamza, what do you think of? What does he preach? He tells you go to the wild, don't wear shoes. I mean, I don't even say that, but I think he would say that as well. Don't wear shoes, go walk on grass, breathe in your nose, you know what I'm saying? He go and just wrestle on the soil and, just doing some primal stuff. He's just teaching primal stuff. If you're teaching primal stuff and you're in a professional setting, the only thing that you have that's primal is the fake plant in your background and your beard. That's the only two primal things you have, Hamza. Like, come on, man. Like, I expect, like, if you have a lot of budget, I'm pretty sure you want to make the, more suitable, more better. Go to the mountain, Hamza. Go outside the balcony. I mean, obviously, you're gonna show your location. Don't do that, actually. Go to the park. The park, most of the parks are like similar in some way, just greenery. Unless you're this guy in flipping TikTok who they show you one pixel, and this guy goes to Google Maps and just finds a location. Just don't be enemies with him, and all good. But go to the park. Bring your mic, no problem. You need a good ass mic. Like, a good ass mic will look good, but you need good audio. You know what I'm saying? So that we could hear you. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? Like there's this one guy, a cowboy. I forgot his name. He's a cowboy. I watch him all the time. I don't know how I forgot his name. I don't remember people I watch, but I watch him all the time. This cowboy, American cowboy. Obviously, cowboys are American. This guy sits down. Most of his videos just sits down in the wild and he explains his life. That's all he does. And that's what makes him lovable, is that he's consistent. His environment doesn't change, even if it changes. Like, for example, if there's no mountains in the background, he's on his porch. But still, it's still outside. It's still the same thing. Like, it's still the same realm. Like, for example, Hamza is doing it in his room. He doesn't care about the environment. If he does it in somewhere else, for example, in his toilet while he's shitting, it's still the same. He doesn't care, you know what I'm saying? And let's say he cares. He goes somewhere where he preaches. He said primal stuff. So basically, park, mountain, jungle, somewhere. Not a professional setting, Hamza. That what pissed me off, man. Like, now I don't want to watch a video, even though I'm judging a book by its cover. I'm pretty sure you would teach me how to make $10,000. I'm pretty sure you would still tell me the same thing, because you made like 10 videos in the past year telling me the same stuff. I gotta have a foundation, YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? But I'm watching this as well. If it turns out to be the same, Hamza, I'm literally gonna... now I'm being contradictory. Being hypocritical. What's the adjective for hypocrisy? That's what I'm a hypocrite. That's the word. Hypocrite. For saying that he's inconsistent. He's consistent in his messages. Now when I talked about his how to make money, I'm talking about like he's just saying the same thing. He's not. Like, obviously he has to say the same thing, kind of, but at least change, bro. Like, you're just saying the same. Actually, I'm being contradictory. No, like, you get what I mean, though, right? You get what I mean. Like, don't change your ideology, but like, give me new tips. that's what basically I'm saying. Yeah, I mean that's it really. Hamza, like, if you watch this, no animosity, but now I don't want to watch the videos, man. And basically, like, people say, oh, so you don't hate him, but I don't love him. If I don't love him, what that means? It's one or the other. You can't be middle. That doesn't exist. It's like saying, I don't love this team, but do I hate it? Yeah. It's because if you don't love, you hate. You can't say middle. Like, I automatically, when I see a person, I love them. Automatically. Right? Like, for example, if I see a stranger, I love them. But if he does some shit that makes me unlove him, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, for example, he just comes and does this to me, just grunts for no reason. I may laugh a bit. But if he grunts some more and he actually wanna kill me or something, I remember. Okay, that's actually funny. One sec. Okay. If he's like that, I'm gonna punch him in his throat. And that's basically me saying, I don't love you anymore, I'm gonna hit you. That's one other video. Anyway, I don't want to say fuck you, Hamza, but this guy kind of... You know what, Hamza? I'm retiring from you being a fan. I'm subscribing. unsubscribing. Actually, let me keep this. I'm still keeping my subscription. You gotta change if you watch this. If this blows up, otherwise this video will probably go in the void. You know what I'm saying? My first time ever, I reached 15 minutes. I probably no one's gonna watch this. You know what? Let me do the outro. Actually, no, let me do the thumbnail. The thumbnail is gonna be like this. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Bye.